Hey YouTube, it's Sean. Big transformation in this video. Much warmer. Much warmer. Got the little white Honda running. The battery charging. But I wanted to show you. They got the mess cleaned up. We're still experiencing the sticks everywhere though, coming out of that dumb tree. But all the brush is gone. Yeah. I wanted to show you how the Jeep fared out. We got real blessed on this one. No glass breakage. Let's see if we can get you to seeing something here. No glass breakage. It does have that sunroof on it, which I don't really like, but it's there. But we keep getting these sticks falling out of the tree, as long as they're just sticks, I guess. But it did create some damage. Right here, there's a crease or a little bend, a little dent. It's not bad. You can barely see it, and it broke that spoiler, cracked it up pretty bad. It's all in one piece. I'm leaving it on there, and when the weather gets real much warmer, I'm gonna go and fix the damage in there. But this was a big blessing here. It did not cave it in at it's in good shape, really. There's a piece that popped off right there. I have the piece, and I'm going to put it back on. It did not hurt the rack on top. It did hurt the carrier basket that I had, but that's all it hurt. If without that on it, that glass would have broke. But it did not cave the roof of this Jeep in. There's two little dents. That's the biggest one right there. That little, yep, crease across it. Oh, but today, it also did start a little fire in our house. I'll show you more on that. But today's project for me and Katie is we bought a new generator. We bought that there generator, and that's the model number right in there. There's the model number, and this has got the remote start. I have one with the remote start, and it's for our RV trailer. And I didn't want to wear it down and wear it out, so I bought a new one. We do have the big one, which we ran in this storm, getting through the storm, but she uses the fuel, man. She uses the fuel. And this will help conserve the fuel, because it's got that there 14-hour runtime, and I don't know about 14. Online it says 10. It's definitely going to get better mileage than the big one, the 7,000. And but this one here, we can use to run the heat and all the lights and watch the TV. And that's about, for the most part, that's about what we need. And if I need to run for like hot water, and this one will run the refrigerator as well. But if I need to run hot water, or I'll plug the freezer and the hot water in during the day with the big generator. And we don't need to run that big one all night. That's the plan anyway. It'll do 30 amps twist lock, 30 amp RV, and then a 20 amp dual receptacle there. So that's about what we need. And so far I've not had a problem with Champion's warranty. It's 3 years, and all you do is call them, and they'll either send you the parts or send you to a place to get it fixed. So we're going to get that monster out of there, and we're going to work on it, putting it together. We'll bring you along. Hang on. Here's some of that burnt up wiring that we had there. It just started a fire right in the living room floor there. And I had to get all this wiring out of there and use the fire extinguisher on it. That's all that white stuff. We got it put out pretty fast, but man, I'll tell you what, the smoke and the nasty smell is, yeah. We got ventilation in there quite quickly as we could, and got it ventilated out, and we had to clean up all that yellow mustard crap coming out of that fire extinguisher. But yeah, hang on, we'll show you some bit more there. Here's that modem, that CenturyLink modem, and it didn't, surprisingly, it didn't hurt the panel on the back. It's still, you know, all intact and no black. But I don't know if you can get it. Let me get out in the sun for you there so you can see this a little better. But it did fry the interior of this thing, and you can see it in the light, I think. Maybe not. There you go. You can see in there's that black. And when you shake it, it's got crunchies inside it. So it burnt that up. They wanted $200 for a new one, and I said no. Actually, I said yes and got it in the mail. And then we ended up going to Goodwill and finding the exact same modem that we got from them for $6. So I sent the $200 modem back for a credit. That's what we did there. But hang on, we'll show you more. Alright guys, we got that generator and that trailer right there. Trailer. Wagon. And I'm gonna set you up over here in the back of our Jeep. Maybe we can get you set up to where you can see what we're doing down there. Alright, so Katie and I are going to pull that out of that box, and we are going to put the wheel kit on it, put the battery in it, and it comes with some cheapo oil, but I'm going to put some better oil in it, and we're going to pop the battery on there and see what we can do. So hang on, she's on her way out here. Alright YouTube, let's let the father-daughter, a little bit that way, let's let the father-daughter project get started here. Start by cutting the box open. The instructions. You always want to read those instructions after you put it together to make sure you did it right. All right. Let's let you get a look at that before I start messing around there. There's the gas tank. It's got a fuel gauge on it. A little different fuel gauge than the ones I've seen, the square ones. Got a big old gas tank cap. But yeah, a little tiny fill hole. I don't know about that. It's a little weird. It's alright, I always use a funnel on them anyways. And then it's got that there tank vent that I don't really care for those, but pretty much they all have them on it now. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and cut on this box. We're not going to lift it out of the box. We're not going to roll it around. We're just going to cut the box open. Alrighty. So, let's see if we can get you back a little bit more. There we go. A whole lot easier to do it that way than this. This is the wheel kit. Comes with the wheels. Not very good wheels, but it's alright. Sorry about the car stereos and all the racket guys. We're right by the road here. Little fancy handle on with the bumblebee looking grip. Comes with all the bolts. Oh, that's the axles. Those look pretty good. And a quart of cheapo oil. It's not a quart. Hubcaps. They actually have hubcaps. Oh, and looky there. Little funnel. Alright. So I made a funnel to fill these with oil because they're kind of at an angle and you can't get in there. Alright, this will give us something to sit on, I guess. So, I guess we'll commence to go ahead and get that plastic over there, bud. Hold her on down. You can get that off there?
Probably.
Put it in your pocket, hang on to it.
Okay.
Alright, I'm going to bring them in so they can see the paneling a little better on that. Oh, maybe. Yeah, it's not a bad looking Jenny. It was 3650 running watts, and its starting watts is 4550. Just plenty enough for us. And it's got the covers over it. And then it's got the IntelliGauge, tell you your frequency, your voltage, and your hours. And I like the water resistant circuit breakers. I've seen those get water in them and lock up. Then the circuit breaker won't pop when it needs to, or if it needs to, and then it fries the generator head. Alright, so let's commence to putting this thing together. Go ahead and get our hardware out of the bag. Okay, we do have some different wheels I want to look at. The other day I was at a sale, and I have, this is the wheels it came with, but the other day I was at a sale and they had these. They're wider and they're flat free. They don't have air in them. The guy had them for $2 each. So we may end up putting those on it, possibly. We may have to do something about boring the center of it out, but they're just slightly bigger. And that might be an advantage on this. We'll see. Anyway, we do have them. Alright, so go ahead and grab our axles there. I'm going to back them up just a little so they can see a little bit of what we're doing. Kind of like that. Alright. So, put them in there like that. Okay, you do that part. There's one on this side and there's one on that side.
Does it matter which way they go in, or no?
Yeah, the post needs to stick out. Then we got the handle. Should be something for that handle. Oh, that's all that holds it on, huh? I don't know about that. Put that pin through there. Tell me which way I need to go.
I can't see.
Go ahead and try it. There you go. Wiggle her around there a bit. There you go.
That's it?
That's it. That's what holds it. Other than, there's a little cotter key. I need to put that over on this side so you can see it. There's a little hole right there. Put that thing through that hole. The rest of this week. What we're using to put it together with is just a set of these ratcheting wrenches. There's only 2 nuts and bolts on the whole rigging that you got to put together.
Did I do it right?
Yeah, that's just fine. Just perfect. All right, so now we need to lift it stand up and hold it there. It's not too heavy. Then we need to put this on up in here. Generator head, and you can't. Where'd that go? If I could feel my fingers, my fingers are all cold. Okay, just got a couple of these nuts and bolts that hold this rig on. My hand. Alright, so I think those top over tabs. Click. I think that's probably a spec. I don't think there is a spec. Just get them tight. I think, see, they did include a quick disconnect for the battery. That's kind of neat, so that you don't have to pull the screws off the battery every time. Alright, looks like we got some brackets on the back of this motor, this engine, that need to come off. They're for shipping purposes. Which I guess if you left them on there, it wouldn't hurt anything, but it says to take them off, so we're gonna. Be nice if that bolt would come out of there, but it doesn't want to. Alright. Go ahead ahead and tip it all the way up. There you go. Keep going. Let her rest down there. All right. Probably getting to where they can't see. There's little brackets on here. And they're supposed to come off, so that's what we're doing. So far, it's been 10mm bolts. I think they're about 4 times longer than they need to be. They only need to be real short, but there we go. It's got these little orange brackets for shipping, and a bunch of hardware. Put all the hardware in the bin, and maybe it'll be used for something else. Okay. I want Katie to do the other side. Take those bolts out. Those 2 bolts.
Oh.
All right. You getting it, bud?
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah. I don't know if these tires will work with this because the actions are probably too short. Hang on a second. Oh yeah. You guys can be my witness. There's your allowance. You saw it. I paid her. That's your allowance for this time around.
Thank you.
I want to mark that axle right there. Let's see. Now, I don't really think that'll work, but we'll get there later. All right, you got that all off?
Yeah.
Okay. So for right now, we're going to put the yellow wheels on it. Go ahead and put those on there, and I'll hold the back of the bolt.
That's it?
Well, you need one of those there pins. Where's those pins at?
I don't know.
You're probably sitting on them. Yeah, those big pins. There should be 2 of those. There you go. So, oh, actually, you know what you could do? Make it easier. I think. Put that pin in there. See that hole? Yeah. Right here. No, down here.
Oh.
I don't know if they can see what we're doing.
Probably not.
Watch your fingers now. They'll try to get you. Just push the pin in.
I'm trying.
Turn it over. Here, turn it over. So like you're like that. You're hitting the frame there a bit, bud. There you go. Push her on in there. There you go. Do it on the other side now. Let's see if they can see what we're doing. Probably not. We're putting those little wheels on there. It's just got an axle that, and then there's a little safety clip thing on it. But these wheels have a smaller center, but they are wider, and they look new. They still have the rib in the middle, and you might see about those later. My batteries looks like it's getting low, guys. So we're gonna turn you off. We'll turn you back on in a minute. All right, folks, here we go. We're going to go ahead and put some fuel in it and some oil in it and fire it for the first time. And I even have a decibel meter. We can test it out and see how loud it is. So, I don't know if y'all want to watch put fuel in it. So, probably seen that before, so we'll be right back. Alright guys, we got gas and oil in it, and I'm going to go ahead and hook the battery up, and then Katie's going to use this remote, which the remote's exactly like the other remote I have for the RV generator. It says it holds 4.7 gallons. So we're going to go ahead and hook this battery up right here. It's got a 2-pin quick connect, sort of like a battery tender has on it. Alright. Then we're going to turn our fuel on, like so. See that? And when we get it started, we're going to hook a hair dryer up to it after it runs a little while. Go get your remote.
I have it.
Oh, you have it? Okay.
Yeah, I have it.
Alright, so I want you to stand right here. And when I tell you, I'll show you how this works. The remote, you push the button on top one time. You don't hold it either. You just push it one time to let up. Not yet.
No.
Okay, turn the battery on. Put this in the middle position. All right. Push the button one time. I know what we need to do. We need to program the remote. All right, so to do that, on this side of the generator, yeah, right there. There's a little red button. All right. I should show them how to do this in case they buy this generator. It's not hard. At least last time it wasn't on the other generator we got. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing here. Right here. My screen on this dumb thing is not very great. Right here there's a red button. Okay, you take your remote and you push this red button and it gives you instructions kinda. But they're all in some other language that I don't speakish. So you push that button and then you push this button from, I do believe. It's not doing anything. It's weird.
Got it.
So hang on one sec, guys. All right, so you just push the button, you turn both switches on your dashboard there, and you push the button while you're pushing the red button on the generator. Push both of them at the same time. That programs the remote to this particular generator. All right, so go ahead and start it, Katie. Push the button.
I did. Push it again.
Let me make sure everything's on. Wait. Sure, start these. All right. Yep. Push it again. Not very loud. Pretty quiet. I know I'm too close to it for a decimal meter reading, but I'm going to do it anyway. Hopefully you can see that. I'm only about, what am I, about 8 to 10 feet from it. Sitting about 87 and a half. We're going to move the generator out a ways and take it again. Really quiet. All right, it's way out there now, guys. Like we're at about 77.6 roughly there. Yep, 77.6. All right. Now the other the box said it was 68. So I don't know. Doesn't really make any difference. It's not that loud. So we're gonna bring it back up here now, and we're gonna plug that hair dryer in there. Doesn't respond right away like a TV set. It takes a minute for the processor to do its deal, I guess. That's the way the other one is too. Once you push the remote button, it takes it a few seconds to actually respond. All right, fire it up again. Start that thing up. Push it again. Leave it. I think it does 3 tries. It's gotta, if something like that happens, like I moved it and it got a little flooded, it does it 3 times. It'll do 3 tries and then it'll go into lockout, and then you'll have to come out and manually start it. But it gives it 3 times to try, and I've never had it fail. It always starts like the 2nd try. Let's plug this hairdryer in, see if that thing will put out some power. If you guys can see that screen from here, I'm not sure. Probably not. All right. That's 1,500 watts. That's 1,500 watts plugged into it right now. Can't really see the screen, it's kind of dim. But it's putting at 60.9 hertz and putting out 120 volts. Not really loud at all. It's pretty quiet. Not bad. That's another feature I like, guys. Did you hear it? I still had the hairdryer on. Now this generator here, it'll kill the load. In other words, it'll shut your power off. The generator will run for a few seconds and then it'll power down. So you're not stopping the generator under load. So we're gonna try starting it with the hairdryer plugged in and see if the other way around, if that function works. This thing's under warranty, we gotta make sure it works now. Push it one time. Try it again. Give it a few seconds, it'll do it. Try again. Yeah. Now let's try it one more time. Power out yet. It'll start automatically. There it goes. That's how it's supposed to work. Yep, that's exactly how it's supposed to work. So you cannot shut this generator down under load unless you come out manually and use the little switch on the side and shut it down. And then if you do that, it's your fault. But if you're in the house and you're using the remote, or if you're in the trailer or wherever you're at, in the shop, whatever, if you use this remote and you got a load plugged into the generator already and it's ready to turn on and it's turned on and ready to pull, that generator head will not get hurt. Because when you push the button here, I'll show you again. Okay, that hair dryer is turned on. It's 1500 watt load. We'll push this button right now. It takes it twice apparently. It's alright. And it won't put any current out until that engine runs for a minute. Now it'll put voltage out here in a second. Nobody's near it, and it'll automatically kick on. There it goes. Pulling 1500 watts. Alright, it'll do the same thing now when I shut it off. See, it dropped the load. It drops the load first, then it shuts the engine down. So everything's working proper. I like it. Good generator. We're gonna go put it in its happy home in the backyard. Hang on, guys. There's the place where it started a fire on our floor there, and I put it out. I heard the explosion, great big huge boom from the power line outside, and I got up and there's fire in here. So accordingly I grabbed the fire extinguisher, I've got 4 of them in this house, and there's one of them I used, and that's why you should always have one. Got a little more burn on this carpet, but this carpet is just a throw rug, which we're getting it out of here. But that one's actually attached to the floor rug, so wah wah wah. That's why we have insurance, guys. Alright, hang on a sec. Alright, so it's in its happy home. The old generator, the new generator, I mean, not old. We put it in its happy home. It's got a roof on over it. It needs to be demossed, but it's got a roof over it. There's our generator. And I put a battery tender on it. Sorry about the flicker on the camera there. I'm running a hat light here. Put a battery tender on it, and I do have this carburet battery here that's not part of the generator. It's just there for storage, and once in a while I'll put the battery tender on that to save that battery. But this is where it's going to live. Brand new generator, and whenever we have a power outage, we have one small one and one big one, and we can run this one overnight and get better mileage out of our fuel. And there's the tag. Don't think you can see much of it. Probably not. Too much shadow. But that's the generator I decided to buy. Alright guys. Love y'all. Take care. We got blessed majorly on the damage. I mean, minimal damage for as bad as it was. Y'all take care. Love y'all. Thumbs up. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye-bye.